Hey, and welcome back. This is going to be a restorative and recovery-based yoga practice. It's a short class, but feel free to pause at any moment if you want to stay in a posture for a little bit longer. This week, we're working on movement and solitude. So while we are going a little bit slower, I do want you to tune into the emotions that are moving through you and taking this time to be within yourself, solitude, just really coming home to the body and your energy. This is a very slow class, again, working on restorative poses, and it's perfect for a rest day or when you need to give your body just a bit of extra love. And do not be afraid to let go. We'll use a set of yoga blocks, and we're going to start with them actually in something called a heart bench. Take one and put it on the lowest height towards the top of the mat, and then the other one above it, same lowest height. And then you'll lower onto your back, and the first block is gonna find its way right by the bottom of your shoulder blades, and then your head is going to rest on that second block. And then feet wide, knees in towards the center, and arms just out towards the side. Just surrender and let go. There's a lot of space in this class, in this practice, to feel, to breathe. And in order to fully let go, we actually have to be vulnerable enough to open our heart. So that's why we're starting here. Exhale the air out of your mouth. Breathe in, fill up. Let out a sigh. We're gonna take a physiological sigh, similar breath to what we just did. I'm just gonna cue it a little bit more. So you'll breathe in through the nose. Take in another sharp breath in through the nose. Exhale with sound, let it go. Two more, and don't be afraid to release, let go. It's just you and me. Inhale through the nose. Another sharp breath in. Exhale with sound. One more. Deep breath in. Let it go. And then hardest part of this class, make your way gently off of the blocks, pressing into your elbows to come on up. We'll move them back towards the top of the mat so that they're easily accessible. And then find your way to Virasana, hero's pose, but we're gonna keep the toes tucked. So we've been here before, earlier in the beginning of this program, feeling the sensation in our feet. Breathe into that sensation, and we're going to work through a breathwork practice known as Nadi Shodhana. It is going to balance the masculine and feminine sides of your body. So you'll take your hand, you'll use your thumb and your pinky to close your nostrils and bring the other fingers towards your third eye. You'll exhale the air out of your nose. Close your right nostril with your thumb. Breathe in through the left. Close both, and now exhale out of the right nostril. In through the right. Close the right, exhale out of the left. In through the left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close, exhale left. Just one more round. Inhale through the left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Let the hands drop. Come back to a regular breath practice, breath cycle, and then you'll make your way to a child's pose. You can untuck your toes. Reach your arms nice and long, hips back. Let the third eye come down to the ground. Feel your breath moving against your thighs and against the air behind your back. Start to crawl your fingertips up and over towards the right side of your mat. Place your right hand on top of your left. Anchor down and pull your left hip back a little bit more. Breathing space into the left rib cage. And then we'll switch. Again, you can always just pause the class, stay in something a little bit longer. Right hand stays down, left hand comes on top. Pull your right hip back. Fanning open your right rib cage. Breathing slowly, walk the hands forward, and then you'll make your way up to a tabletop. So hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Cat-cows, drop the belly, reach the heart forward. I like to tuck the toes so I really get that full flexion through my whole body. And then exhale to round. Inhale, heart reaches forward. And exhale, round. One more each. And round. Anchor down through the hands. We'll step back, find a nice high plank. Push down, draw the belly up, and then shift your weight forward and lower all the way down to the ground. You'll untuck your toes and then bring your elbows where your hands were, coming into a Sphinx pose. Pulling the shoulders back and really press the pelvis down into the ground, connecting to your low back, or connecting to your glutes to protect your low back. Keep peeling your heart forward and notice that in the spaciousness of this class, just like when we spend time alone in that solitude, it can be really uncomfortable. We start to play a game with ourselves. We start to talk and say things that maybe aren't true. So see if you can really tune into that truth. Choosing a story and words that support you. Take one more breath here. And then lower yourself down. Make a little cushion for your forehead for a moment. And then hands under the shoulders. And we're gonna set up for a pigeon. If you wanna take a down dog to get there, you can. Just slide your right leg forward. Slide the left leg back. You can always place a block underneath your right hip. And think about length here first. Breathe in. And then let yourself fold forward. Think forward and then down. You can always grab blocks, putting them underneath your heart, underneath your chest, or even just one for your forehead. And if this feels really good, you can stay here. If you want an additional stretch, you're gonna take your right arm and wrap it underneath. And then it's really good to have a block there for your head. Be okay with the space, with the silence. A chance to really just listen. One more breath here. Again, you can always stay in poses longer, but if you're ready to move on, you'll press back up. We'll just switch sides. So slide your left leg forward, right leg slides back. Get really, really long first, breathe in, and then pull yourself down. Oh, hello, hips. Hello, left side. Don't judge those sensations. Instead, be really proud of them. If you want to just stay here, you can. If you want to take that twist, your left arm is going to reach underneath you. You'll bring your left side to the block. Using your breath to settle and surrender deeper, to keep letting go. Start to lift yourself back up. Oh, this feels so good. We're gonna sit off to your side and extend both of your legs out in front of you. I like to use a block for this, but you don't have to. Move into Paschimottanasana. So feet are going to pull back. Or first we'll take Dandasana, staff pose, just to set it up. So bring your hands behind you for a moment. My arms are pretty long, so I have to bend my arms. Push down to lift tall and press your feet down. So yeah, we're staying active for a moment before we soften forward. Get really, really tall, breathe in. Stay long, reach your arms up. And then allow yourself to start to hinge, reaching the hips back and the heart forward. And the heart is trying to get towards the toes. So you can stay here. I like to use a block to just get a little bit more. Again, if that's not accessible for you, that's okay. Good, keep reaching the heart forward, breathe in. And then allow yourself to just soften and settle down, rounding through. This is the moment where it's not gonna look like what you think it should, and that's okay. It should just feel good. Let yourself just surrender. See if you can release the feet, release the brain down. And then start to roll yourself up. And before we make our way onto our back, bring the blocks close to you, because we will use them. Feet to the floor, knees up, reach your arms nice and long, and lower yourself down to your back. We'll take a happy baby, so bring the legs up. Flex your feet like you're gonna stand on the ceiling. Grab hold of the pinky toe sides of your feet. Use your arm strength to pull your knees closer towards your upper arms. And always like to remind you, you're a happy baby. Smile, you're doing great. You can extend one leg or the other. Let it be playful. And then we'll let that go. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Keep the right knee close to you. Extend your left leg. Draw your knee a little bit closer towards your upper arm. Wind relieving pose. Keep active through the left leg. And then left hand to the knee. Take it into a twist. Bring your right knee across your body. You can grab your block and put it down on the ground so that you have some support. Your knee does not need to go to the ground. It doesn't make you a hero. It's just where your body is. And I, again, always like to press down into my elbows to lift my ribs and then twist a little bit deeper. You can always stay longer, but we'll switch sides. Draw the shape back to center, switch, bring the left knee close to you. I'm gonna move this block out of the way. Good. Wind relieving first, really create space through the right hip flexor line. And then right hand to the knee, draw your knee over towards the left. Make sure that you're twisting through the upper body too. Again, you can grab a block, a little bit more support. This class is not about efforting, it's about surrendering. So bringing some tools and support in to allow yourself to let go a little bit more. Just like in life, you can't do it all on your own. We'll come back up. Now this is a great place for your blocks. You're gonna have them by where your knees are. And then bring the feet together and let the knees fall wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. And I like to mirror the shape of my legs with my arms. Again, a really vulnerable position, a vulnerable pose. And just let go. Feel the support of the blocks under your knees, support of the earth beneath you, support of your breath within, your heartbeat. All of these things allowing you to move through life, to be really sovereign in your expression. You have some options. You can either stay here, or you can gently use your hands to pull the knees together and extend into a Shavasana. Or if you'd like, you can make your way to a seat. Again, you have so many options. And even as this class ends or my time with you ends, you can stay here as long as you need. This is your time, your chance to reset. If you are in a seat, allow yourself to sit really tall. If you're still resting on your back, really savor this time. The moment of surrender is not when life is over, it's when it begins. How can you surrender and soften a little bit more? If you're in your seat, hands to a prayer at your heart, bow down, a symbol of gratitude. The light within me sees and honors the light within you. Thank you so much for showing up to practice. I'll see you again here soon.